Okay, guys. So one last part for the video, and then you can just finish the rest of the packet and bring it back tomorrow. So um, we're going to graph this equation. We're going to put it on the graph. Okay. We know how to get this equation from a table. We know how to get this equation from a graph that's already done, but we haven't learned how to graph this equation. Okay, so again, this is y equals, this is mx plus b. This 2 is my slope, and this plus 1 is my intercept. That's where the, oh, you can't see that. Okay, so y equals mx plus b. This m is my slope. This plus b is my intercept. So my slope is 2, and my intercept is 1. Okay, so and then I'll put that here. My slope is 2, and then my intercept is 1. So here's what this means. Whenever you're graphing slope, if it's not a fraction, like this number 2 is not a fraction, make it a fraction. Okay, so we have 2 over 1. I just put it over 1 because anytime you want to make a whole number a fraction, you just put it over 1. Okay, so I'm going to start my line at the y-intercept. This is 0, 0 in the middle. Since this is non-proportional, it won't go through the origin at all. What it will go through is 1. So when I say 1, I'm talking about positive 1 on my graph. That's the first point. Now when I'm graphing this line, I'm going to use the slope. This is rise, and this is run. So it's rise 2, run 1. So I'm going to use this point. I'm going to rise 1, 2. I'm going to run once. Rise 1, 2, run once. Rise 1, 2, run once. It's kind of off the graph, but you get the picture. Now, if I want to take it the other way, so it'll be all the way down, we'll do the opposite. We'll go down 1, 2, left once, down 1, 2, left once, down 1, 2, left once. And so now we have the whole line. But we started it at this positive 1 because that's my intercept. And then I went up 1, 2 because that's my rise. And then I went over 1 because that's my run. And then, so now I have the line. So I can connect the dots. I can connect the dots here, and now we have our line. Okay, so I can do the same thing for this one. It tells me negative 2/3 x minus 2. Well, my slope is a negative 2/3. Okay, and my intercept will be the negative 2. So this being the center, the positive numbers are above the center and to the right of the center. It's like a number line. The positive numbers are above the center and to the right of the center. The negative numbers are below the center and to the left of the center. So we talk about this line starting at the negative 2. So we're going to go down 1, 2, and that's my negative 2 right here. Since my slope is negative, I'm going to go, this is my rise, and this is my run. I'm going to go down 1, 2, and then to the right, 1, 2, 3. Down 1, 2, to the right, 1, 2, 3. To make it a complete line, I can go the other way as well. I can go up 1, 2, and then go 1, 2, 3. up, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. But the proper way is to go down 1, 2, and then go to the right, down to the right. So that slope, the rise was -2, so we go down 1, 2, and then the run was 3, so I go to the right, 1, 2, 3, and then we have our points. So now I can do that. Now we have our line. Okay, so the slope of this line is -2/3, and the y-intercept is -2. If I was to, if you were given this line and said, hey, find the slope, well, I would just choose one of these points. This is where the points come from. I would choose one of these points and go left to right. So I will go down 1, 2, and to the right, 1, 2, 3. So it works. -2, 3. So our line works. And again, the y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis at the -1, 2. So what you guys are going to do is you guys are going to solve for, you're going to show me a line for this one. And actually, you know what? This is, so in algebra, you guys would deal with this, but not in 8th grade. So we're going to fix this equation. It's 4y minus 8 equals 2x. So first of all, again, it's y equals mx plus b. So we need this, the 2x is already okay, the mx is okay. However, we need this 8 over here, and we need this 4 out of the way. So what we can do is we can say, okay, cool. This we divide by, really, we divide this whole side by 4 because we need to get rid of this this y. And so we divide by 4, the y goes away, the 4 goes away, so it's just y. And then the 8 is divided by 4, so y minus 2, and that equals 2x. And so now we add 2, because again, I want the y by itself, and it's subtracting 2, so we add 2, and so you end up with y equals 2x plus 2. So this, and I know that's confusing. Again, you guys won't have to worry about that. I did it in front of you so you would see that there's a mathematical process to removing that 4 out of the way and bringing that 8 over. But all you need to focus on is the fact that this is 2x plus 2. So I want you to put this 2x plus 2 onto that grid. Put it on the coordinate plane. Graph 2x plus 2 and then bring that tomorrow. If you have any questions, have your parents text me on Remind, or you can send me an email through Classroom.